Hello and welcome to Talk TV with Tiffany. I'm your host, Tiffany, and when I'm not watching TV, I'm talking about it. So today, since it's the season of miracles, I am talking about the Netflix series, The OA. And it seems to be receiving kind of like a polarizing reaction online, where some people think it's completely silly and makes no sense, and other people think it's very imaginative and creative storytelling, and think that it's powerful. And I think that although it has some silly moments, that the message it's sending is pretty profound. So it's about a girl named Prairie who disappears for 7 years, and when she first disappears, she's blind, but when she returns, she has her sight, and people don't know how this miracle happened. And she's a Russian girl, but she has 2 American adoptive parents who take care of her and have worried about her. And there are going to be spoilers in this, but I'd recommend watching it. I think it's an experience watching this. It's different than anything I've ever seen before, and I would feel winded after watching an episode, because it's just very, very thought-provoking, and it really takes you on a journey, and it's very gripping and riveting and mysterious, and it's very interesting. So I'd recommend seeing it. But now there's spoilers, so if you've seen it, I'm really curious to see what you thought. If you thought it was silly, if you were disturbed by it. So what we find out is that when Prairie was a little girl, she died and went to this other place where she met her guardian and was given a choice to live or to go into the great beyond. And if she chooses to continue living, she'll lose her sight. And so she chooses to live, and she lives as a blind girl. And then we learn that in having near-death experiences, people gain these abilities, it seems. And Jason Isaacs plays Dr. Happ, who studies people with near-death experiences. So she ends up being a captive of his, along with 4 other people. And that's where, things do get trippy. The experiments Happ does, and it's just weird and creepy. And then we find out through even more near-death experiences that Prairie is actually the original angel, and she thinks that all the people with these near-death experiences that Happ is experimenting on are all angels, and these weird interpretive dance movements are like their language, and if they have 5 movements, they'll be able to complete whatever the message is, or prayer, or whatever you want to call it, is to transcend beyond this world into the next realm. Or everything is still very mysterious, but what I like about it is, it seems silly, but I think it's grounded in faith, will, and grace. Because by the end of it, when she's talking to the kids, and she has these 5 kids believing in her, believing her story, believing they can be angels, and believing that she is an angel and they can help her, then Alfonso finds a box of all these books. There's Homer's Iliad, there's things about angel sigils, and then it looks like everything was totally made up, that she's a crazy person, and but we don't know the meaning behind the books. She believes it's real, and then these guys believed it's real. And I remember, made me think of a class I took, ancient Greek philosophy. And I remember thinking that how could Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, all these geniuses, look to these mythical gods and assume that they're real? Like, it's so ridiculous, Zeus and Hades and everything. And, he said to them they were real because they believed in the mythology, just like, to Christians, the Bible is real and Jesus is real because we believe, but to others, it's a mythology to them. They don't believe in that. And it's true for any kind of religion. You have faith in what you have faith in, no matter what it is. You believe in something, and then you have the will to live and walk in that faith. And we see that Prairie has the will to survive and to fight for what she believes is right, and to transcend this realm, and to be an angel and save the others, you know, and then it seems like the people with near-death experiences are endowed with some kind of a grace of a greater, you know, power, and each one has their own little different thing, like singing or playing a musical instrument, or, you know, some kind of a skill set that's enhanced because they've been touched by this grace. So I think in its way it is, you know, transcendent and profound in many ways. I think it just depends on how you look at it, and if, you know, you remain open-minded and translate it into, you know, just the real world, you know. I mean, there was a lot of silliness in it, but if you look at different kinds of prayer and meditation, you know, it could be as silly looking to someone who doesn't walk in that line of faith as, you know, the weird dance movements and hissing sounds they were making. It's all a matter, I think, of perspective. So I found it to be very illuminating and interesting. So what did you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So please send me your comments, tweet me, you know, write them below, email me at talktvwithtiffany@gmail.com. And until the next time, happy watching.